In the Eye of the Storm. Israel's Battle for Existence, a look from within. Israel, a nation in danger, Part 1. Israel can be best comprehended through a size comparison. The territory of the State of Israel is akin to that of the state of New Jersey, one of the smallest states in the United States. In fact, the combined area of those countries neighboring Israel, and harboring a desire for Israel's disappearance, is about half the size of the USA. A parallel can be drawn with Slovenia, in Europe, which shares an identical size to Israel, making the surrounding countries comparable to half of Europe. This emphasizes the notion that Israel is a minuscule entity, encircled by a vast expanse of adversaries, who harbor ill will towards its existence. Within the borders of Israel, including the adjacent occupied territories, the country stretches narrow and elongated. The narrowest section spans approximately 16 kilometers, from the West Bank to the Mediterranean Sea. This mere 10-mile stretch does not provide a substantial defensive terrain for a nation. In some of the surrounding countries and entities, the majority of citizens hold disdain for Israelis. Even in cases where peace agreements exist, such as with Jordan, where a majority of citizens have Palestinian origins, the situation can change if power shifts from the minority Hashemite rule to the majority populace. Or Egypt, which currently maintains an agreement with Israel, faces a majority of citizens in favor of severing ties and nullifying the peace accord. In these countries, Israeli embassies resemble heavily fortified military bases, while the embassies of Jordan and Egypt in Israel are ordinary houses in pleasant neighborhoods, almost devoid of barriers and guards. Israel constantly faces the threat of attacks from its enemies, with more than 500,000 rockets, missiles, and precision weaponry aimed at it at any given moment. If desired, these adversaries could unleash a barrage of about 5,000 missiles per day, targeting Israel's well-known infrastructures. Such an assault could swiftly cripple the small country, transforming it from a military powerhouse to a non-functioning state. The Gaza Strip, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, Iran, Yemen, and numerous other countries eagerly await the opportune moment to strike Israel, unwilling to relinquish the chance once it arises. Moreover, the evolving global landscape has presented Israel with new challenges. As Russia becomes increasingly reliant on the Iranian regime, it transfers advanced knowledge and technology, enhancing Iran's military capabilities. Furthermore, Tehran is on the verge of declaring its possession of nuclear weapons, further compromising Israel's position by restricting its ability to counteract Iran's threats. Israel has demonstrated vulnerability even in smaller conflicts, as seen in its operations in Gaza, where a fraction of the potential destruction renders the country temporarily incapacitated. Israel's resilience in the face of these daunting circumstances often leads its citizens to believe they can withstand any challenge. However, this perception is arrogant, and can pose a dangerous threat to Israel's future. Regardless, possessing the mightiest army alone does not guarantee survival. Since my birth, spanning slightly over 50 years, there has not been a single day without an incident where an attempt to harm an Israeli has occurred, whether within Israel or at its borders. I myself have encountered terror personally in life, and I am a testament to the devastating effects it has on a person's life and to the community. Terror is not a single act, as it sends ripples for years after. However, I still strongly believe that the only answer to terror is with peace rather than weapons. In addition to the aforementioned points, demographic pressures significantly contribute to the challenges faced by Israel. The demographic landscape in the region presents a multifaceted and intricate issue. The population growth of Palestinians and Arab communities within Israel, coupled with their political aspirations and historical grievances, further complicates the task of maintaining a stable and cohesive society. The aspirations of nearly 5 million Palestinians residing in the West Bank and Gaza Strip for freedom, independence, and self-determination cannot be ignored. Depriving millions of people of their aspirations and denying them a voice in shaping their future indefinitely is an unrealistic proposition. The ongoing conflict and the absence of a viable political resolution have exacerbated tensions in the region. Balancing the preservation of Israel's Jewish identity with the guarantee of equal rights for all citizens remains an ongoing challenge. Navigating this delicate path involves addressing the legitimate aspirations of Palestinians for statehood, while safeguarding Israel's security and identity. Addressing these demographic pressures requires a comprehensive approach involving dialogue promotion, fostering mutual understanding, and actively engaging in meaningful negotiations. Unfortunately, Israel seems to have deviated from this path. And sadly, Israel is declining in many aspects in recent years. Despite statistical charts and divine beliefs, the future does not hold a bright future. A short glance at the OECD charts can reveal this trend. A significant factor that Israel is gradually losing, and stands to lose even more in the future, is the potential shift in international political dynamics. It is not inconceivable to envision a scenario where in one of the coming elections, a young and progressive Democratic president assumes office in the White House, prompting a reassessment of the close relationship between the two countries. Over the years, the United States has been a steadfast ally and supporter of Israel, providing military aid, diplomatic backing, and strategic cooperation. However, political landscapes change, and shifting priorities and perspectives within the United States can impact foreign policy decisions. A growing segment of the Democratic Party, particularly among younger and more progressive voices, has expressed concerns regarding Israel's policies towards the Palestinians, settlement expansion, and the lack of progress towards a two-state solution. These voices advocate for a more balanced approach that considers human rights, international law, and the aspirations of the Palestinian people. If such a president comes to power, the historically strong bond between the United States and Israel could be reassessed, potentially leading to reduced military support, stricter conditions on aid packages, or a shift in diplomatic stances that could impact Israel's security and strategic positioning. To mitigate this risk, it is crucial for Israel to actively engage in diplomatic efforts, but unfortunately, this is not taking place. Despite its size, Israel has proven to be a resilient and robust nation, capable of overcoming adversity. However, these challenges are genuine. In a geopolitical position such as Israel's, these circumstances, along with the mistrust between parts of the nation, including the productive part and everything stated before, is a combination that could be fatal.